Hello, all you coin aficionados out there, and welcome to the DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today we're going to talk to you about the 2 shillings coin from Great Britain. And we're going to take a in-depth look at the first year and the last year in which they made the coin. So this is the first year. This is the 1953, and we got 2 of the coin, one up and one facing down. So this is the obverse or front, this is the reverse or back. And these are both from 1953. And as you can see, this is the first portrait of Queen Elizabeth. And this 1953 was the year of her coronation. Her father had died, she took over as the queen, and they put out this 2 shillings coin, and it says Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, and here it says Brit Omne Regina, or Queen of all the Britons. So this is the first and only year that this particular coin came out with this inscription. So it's a coronation year. It's from 1953, and in the later years we'll see that they took off this Brit. And she was, it was no longer said Queen of all the Britons. We see that inside of the loop, the rim, there is a beaded inner rim, that it is reeded edge. And then on the back we see it says Fid Def, or Defender of the Faith. It says 2 shillings. And then over here it says 1953. So we'll turn it a little bit so you can see that a little bit better. And if you look at this coin in depth, you can see that it has, let me see if I can get the light a little bit better. If we'll just look at this one. You can see that on the back it has these funny little symbols. Okay, in the very center we have the English rose, and then around the outside we have the Scottish thistle, the Irish shamrock, or clover, and then we have keep going, so thistle, shamrock, thistle, shamrock, thistle. We have the Welsh leek, thistle, shamrock, Welsh leek, shamrock, thistle, Welsh leek. So this is the symbol of Wales, the symbol of Scotland, and the symbol of Ireland, or certainly the 6 counties of Northern Ireland, which are still part of Great Britain. And then in the very center we have the symbol of Great Britain, the Tudor rose. And then if we look way down deep in here, and look how beautiful that design is, we see some initials here, E, F, and GT. Now those are the initials of the engraver. The CT is Cecil Thomas, and the EF is Edgar Fuller. And hopefully I said CT, but if I didn't, I want to make sure you see that it is a CT, not a GT. So Cecil Thomas here and Edgar Fuller designed this coin, and that's why they have their engraver's initials on it. Now, I told you that this changed very shortly after, and so in 1954, a different obverse or front came out, and it was this one here. And if we look at it closely, we can see that on this one you see Dia Gratia Brit Omne Regina. On this one you see Dia Gratia Regina. So they took out the Brit and Omne over here, Queen of all Britons, and just said, by the grace of God, Queen. So no more the Omne in Brit on this one. So this is a 1954, and you can see this is a much less worn coin. So you can just see the kind of the laurel crown and the hair ribbons coming out the back. This is one of my favorite. This is my favorite portrait of Queen Elizabeth on a coin. Now, they kept making this coin until 1967. So let's bring in the 1967 version here, and we can see Again, it says 1967. Again, FID def. All the other markings are on it. We even have the initials way down deep in there, Cecil Thomas and Edgar Fuller. Same thing. Now these, you can really see the thistle on this one. See how beautifully engraved that is in the Irish shamrock and the Welsh leek, which is kind of an onion sort of plant. And then in the center, you can see that beautiful Tudor rose. On the front, same queen for this whole series of the coins. So this 2 shillings coin never had a different portrait of Queen Elizabeth on it. Now this one here, if you look at it closely, it almost looks like a proof or mint coin, doesn't it? It just has a different kind of buff to it, and it's in very good shape. And I think it almost looks like somebody bought this in a set and then took this out of the set, because just the finish on here is so different than the other coins. And if we tip it up, we see that it has same reeded edge and the same back. Now, I said that this coin went from 53 to 1967, and that's not quite correct. They did produce in 1970 some proof coins, but that was only in the proof set, and so they all should be uncirculated. You should not be able to find one from 1970 in any change. It should still probably be in the proof wrapper, because that would make it worth a lot more, make it worth $4 or $5 rather than some lesser value. Now, why did they stop making the 2 shillings coin? Well, they were moving towards decimalization, and so they came out in 1968 with this coin. And you see it changed up a little bit. DG, okay, Dea Gratia, by the grace of God, Queen, a defender of the faith, 1968. So this is the next year's coin, the 1968 coin, Elizabeth II. But it's not a 2 shillings coin, because again, they were moving towards decimalization of the pound. It is a 10 new pence coin. So in 1968, the coin that came out was a 10 new pence coin. And this particular 10 new pence coin has, of course, Elizabeth on the front. Again, Queen and Defender of the Faith. You can see that she is wearing not the laurel wreath, but she's wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. And then on the back, we see the crowned lion standing and wearing the British crown. So they changed to the 10 pence coin in 1968, and then they changed to a smaller 10 pence coin later on, which was this one. You can see the difference between the two. I'll turn it over. Same back. And you see a different queen. This is a 92 with a different portrait of the queen. And then they changed again to another portrait of the queen. And this is a more recent one. And again, the same back. These are small. And we'll look at these in another video down the road. But back again to the 1967 and the 1953 2 shillings coin. Oops, let's put the 67 on the bottom. So this is essentially the year of the runs from 53 to 67. All right, have a great day from the DC Coin World International Coin Channel. And please feel free to leave any comments in the comment section. And subscribe to our channel if you're interested in world and international coin videos.